Hello. So 2 years ago, I did a video how I became a free human and at what cost. And I thought I would revisit that video because it's been 2 years and there's been a lot of changes within myself as around this topic. Yeah, at the end of this video, I actually will insert me trying to answer the questions that I put in the original How to Become a Free Human video and how much I stumbled through those questions because I realized that now freedom is nothing like what I thought freedom was back just 2 years ago. So I've shifted and molded a lot. Instead of awkwardly showing you the questions first, I thought I'd just sit down and chat with you guys about the updates on my freedom journey and the humbleness that I've had to experience from thinking that I knew what it was. Previously in the other video, I gave all these material and consumeristic ways that I was a free human, and I can say now, even as the founder of Free Human series, that I am not a free human. I'm in the pursuit of it. So if you want to see what my materialistic qualifications are that I thought made me a free human, you can watch the previous video. What I can say is my intentions have always been good. I just needed to learn and be humbled so I can be of service to you guys whilst we explore the journey of free human together and try to find answers around this topic together. So let me just start fresh, 100,000% without any doubt. It is completely an internal space. If you have the internal freedom, you are free no matter what you do in your life. It has nothing to do with how much you've traveled. It has nothing to do with your job. It has nothing to do with any of those things. There are so many free people that have a 9-to-5. There are so many people that are living off grid. There are so many people that are free that are in prison. There are so many people that are free no matter what their external circumstances are. So it is a journey of internal freedom. That's why we are on this planet. That is what we are here for, to discover internal freedom. And until we figure out what that looks like for ourselves and how to get there, it's going to constantly feel like you are in a prison and you are trapped. That is the unfortunate bottom line. And we're going to keep pursuing things to try to fill a void, to help us feel as if we've got some sort of sense of control of our life. But there always feels like there's an emptiness. And this is when you know you want to have true freedom, is when you're pursuing this thing, because nothing in your life feels complete. And you might even have all the successes in the world. This is me exposing myself, but still feeling like there's something that is really deeply lacking and you're feeling incomplete. I'm becoming a lot more confused with the reality of the world and what's going on, and I'm losing that sense of childlike nature, which a lot of people for some reason condemn, to be joyful and playful. And as you get older, it is like this force of, no, you've got to adult and you can't take time out of your busy schedule of doing all these tasks in order to have fun. So I do think that a lot of people that have understood a level of freedom are those that are able to play and have a lot of joy, because that's when you're kind of doing life right. And I've definitely taken on the serious side of life, and I've not allowed myself to be a joyful, playful human because I'm so task oriented. And there's been so many things that I've leaned into throughout my time because I thought it was what I was doing to get freedom, but I was just, it was the wrong definition of freedom. It was so wrong. It was so wrong. And to see how different I am now, just 2 years later, of what I value, what I cherish, what is important to me, is massive. Now, what I know 100% is the most important thing is, family and community, and being there for other people and assisting other people, and remembering the strength of yourself as a being and not restricting yourself and not taking outside considerations that are trying to squish you and make you something you are not, which is a weak human without joy, without laughter, without play, without love. So anybody that is not fully in love and integrity and authenticity is someone that is dictated by different forces. How to say this? We're all experiencing different levels of inauthenticity and being out of integrity and not being in love. And the aim is to just keep coming back to it. Sounds very spiritual, I would say. But I guess it is a bit of a spiritual journey, and it does sound fluffy because it's not something we can attach ourselves to. There's nothing we can tick off and say, done that, done that, done that. I am in love. I am in authenticity, because sometimes there is tough love. You have to give tough love as well. And it's not just like, I love everybody. It's love and light. So you have all these interactions with people at all times that are testing love, and you're going to make mistakes, but that's the compass. Like, it's crazy, but love really is the compass of freedom. Oh my God. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm just realizing that that is what it really is. Are you in love? In love, not in love, but in love. Are you in the frequency of love? Far out, that sounds hippie. That is why you don't need to do anything or be anything in order to be free. This is why Viktor E. Frankl was able to be a free human in a concentration camp. Holy crap, that's crazy. I understand that people have this big aversion to the idea of free human because at its core, it's challenging to every single person that comes across this idea. It is a complete mirror as to where you might not be in integrity or in love or free, and that is painful to bear. To know that you're not free is really painful at the soul level. It hurts. I'm this constant mirror to people when I bring up these topics of freedom, of pain, but the pain is there in order for you to be able to also pursue this idea and not just be swayed by flashy consumeristic things such as big fancy cars. Sorel. If you're finding these videos time and time again and they're triggering and they're hurting you, or they're confusing, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. With all this being said, a short little introduction of where I am around freedom right now. Here are some questions that I try to answer around being free human. My 2-year update on this topic. So I hope you enjoy. The biggest thing I think I've been born with, and everybody's got this, it's just a level of allowing it to be at the forefront, is the rebellious questioning side of you. You just feel like something's off. You just don't understand the way that we are functioning and why we do certain things. And of course we go along with it because it is society, but it still just feels a little bit alien to be going around and doing what we do. Something just feels limiting, something feels off. So the questioning side of me, as well as the mix of having my mum being a mum and dad, my whole family really being quite rebellious in that way of just being confused, but not allowing those questions to disappear and actually leaning into them more, which also went hand in hand with being okay to be different. Being okay to be looked at as weird, being okay to be the outcast of the majority of my life, being okay to be isolated in some way. It's definitely a blessing and a curse, but those things on a very daily basis, that's what's gotten me to where I am right now. And where I am right now is, I'm not going to say like it's an easy path or one that everybody has to undertake. I don't think it's for everyone, as I've mentioned before. I think everybody that is trying to disconnect from society is somewhat on track. So living off-grid, living independently, trying to have no debt, not being tied to any systems is the path that is going to help you unlock a lifestyle where you feel, this is so weird, I'm just going to give it the reference, like The Matrix. It's not a beautiful world, but it feels fulfilling when they have disconnected, and there's a small group of them that are disconnected, but it's not easy. So I'll just leave it at that. How to find the discipline to keep going without slipping back into the easy day job. Job? Sorry. It's nothing to do with a job. You can have any job and still be on the pursuit of freedom. How to start questioning, start being okay with being rebellious, start being okay with doing things differently from everybody. So yeah, if it is pursuing more free time for yourself, if it is not pursuing the white picket fence, if it is not pursuing the material possessions, becoming a minimalist, disconnecting from social media. You might see for myself that I've deactivated my Instagram because I realized that it is taking up so much time that I spend on there, and it's also plugging me into some energy that I don't really want to be a part of at the moment. I'm still trying to find myself. So my little corner of the universe is my YouTube videos as well as a newsletter, and if you'd like to sign up for the newsletter, there's a link down below, and that's where you're going to see some more in-depth thoughts rather than just trying to overwhelm you on the world of Instagram. I think emails are just a lot more personal. Where does your money come from? Watch the previous video to find out. What were some of the hardest decisions you had to make on your path to freedom? Great question. Oh, that's a good one. Hardest decisions. Confronting what I think freedom is. Every day just being humbled that I got it all wrong. That like yesterday, that I thought I knew what freedom is. It is not that, and every single day it's changing in front of my eyes because I am on such a true pursuit of this freaking stupid topic that I don't know why. Why it's like clung to me like a stinky smell. It just sticks around, and just every day just being like, oh my God, I got that wrong. Damn it. damn it. And every day just having to course correct and make mistakes and be humbled and be embarrassed and be like, okay, I made another mistake just yesterday and that's not what I believe anymore. Damn it. Yeah, having a very student-like mind and open mind as much as possible, because the mind resists at all costs as well to be opened. Let's stick with that answer. Did you always know you'd succeed? Shut up. It's not about success. It is not about success. What an ego-driven question. How do you know when you're ready to take the leap when something inside of you feels so wrong about everything? You might have all the possessions, you might be traveling, you might feel like you've ticked off all the boxes and you're doing life, but something still feels empty. That's when you start questioning deeply every narrative that we've been fed. Is it worth sacrificing my partnership for this? No, absolutely not. No, you take everybody with you. You do not drop anybody off, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be with your partner if there is a huge disconnect, but you just have to try to uplift everybody around you. There is no dropping people off. And that doesn't mean be kind and nice and just pander to people. It means like you have a vision for where you're going and what you want out of your life, and you help them to come along if they want. It is their choice though in the end. So you don't drop everybody off just because you want a pursuit of freedom. No, freedom, literally, no one is free unless everybody is free. And it's our job to help each other become free. So you don't, what? No.